Hey everyone, if you want to make donations, it'll be Snap Crackle Fizzle for my Cash App. It's the same as my username. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Comments are appreciated. You can also email me. Alright, we're about to get into this Eckhart Tolle video, and it's just released. So, it's very new. Eckhart Tolle is a spiritual teacher. Some could even say a leader.
When I was on my bicycle cycling in nature, and then I sometimes would get off my bike and just sit there and look around. And always I had this thought in my head which said, this will always be here. I already mentioned perceiving without labeling as a practice, alert sense perception. Nature, especially natural things, and they're everywhere here. Nature is extremely helpful, especially in the world that we live in, for sanity, even not just here where you go back into your everyday life. Sanity can easily be found in nature if you go, because you can divide the world into the human-made world and the natural world. And some people live almost exclusively in the human-made world, especially if you live in a big city. But there's this division.
So if you're always indoors, you're going to become sick. Your whole physiology of your body is going to be messed up just because not getting sun, maybe fresh air, maybe there's just like dead air or toxins inside the house. And being behind four walls is just not natural. You'll start to like almost hallucinate, but more so with your thoughts, because your thoughts they'll be real like destructive. Just being behind and condensed and confined in those four walls is very detrimental, especially for a long time. So it's unnatural to not be outside, basically.
That when I was a child, I was not happy a lot of the time when I was a child because of dysfunctional family background. They couldn't help it. They were just in the grip of their ego. But when I was given a bicycle, I was able to leave the city and cycle to the outskirts where there was some nature, and not magnificent nature, just ordinary trees and some fields and trees. And there I experienced my moments of happiness and relief in nature. And already there I knew the difference between the human-made world, that was the world of unhappiness for me, and the natural world, which was the world where I experienced a sense of freedom. And the strangest thought that always went through my mind when I was on my bicycle cycling in nature, and then I sometimes would get off my bike and just sit there and look around. And always I had this thought in my head which said, this will always be here. This will always be here. And I was only 10, 11, 12 years old, that this will always be here. This will always be here. Somehow, and I didn't even fully understand what this meant. I could feel, but I realized later, this is nature and this is the man. And the man-made, the human-made world is not actually going to last. The natural world is, relative to the human-made world, is almost eternal, and the planet has unbelievable.
So, yeah, obviously he's right. If you ever see like old abandoned buildings, you can just search them online, and you'll see that nature runs its course. nature always runs its course, even in places that are alive. That's why people have to like landscape and always cut the grass, because the nature will just take over time. There's definitely some interesting pictures of nature taking over, abandoning malls and whatever, broken down cars, stuff, like trains, just abandoning buildings. And obviously, he realized at a young age the difference between the urban life, the city life, and what it's like to be in nature. So he already said that.
Unbelievable ability for regeneration, which we may talk about some other time. So the humans will not destroy, they should do all they can to refrain from.
He even said he was very upset when he was indoors or in the city, but that was obviously at a younger age, before his enlightenment.
Causing harm to the planet, obviously. But even if they go totally insane and they don't manage, they will not be able to destroy the. I will talk about that some other time. You don't need to believe me now. So the practice then is another. Tomorrow I will talk about relating to other humans here. That is another kind of practice, a bit more difficult than relating to nature, because humans are difficult.
Anytime you go in nature, especially people that have been in city for a long time, they're always going to feel better. Always. And eventually, if you stay in nature long enough, your thoughts are going to diminish, because you're not going to have as many objects, and there's not going to be such like advertisement and sensual sensations. They're going to be very limited, and there's going to be less amount of objects. They're going to be very natural stuff, not man-made. So you're going to be around natural stuff, and it's not going to be man-made. So it's just going to feel, it's going to give you less thoughts, and you're just going to feel better, just because the energy given off by the trees, the land, the air, and so forth, the light. Whereas a lot of stuff like Wi-Fi signals, any type of signals at that point, radiation, like waves, radio signals, maybe screens, four walls, and just technology in general. Even though it gives off vibrations, you don't see the energy that it gives off.
And especially don't, as you go to sleep, make sure that the last thing that you are aware of before entering sleep, make sure that the last thing is not your device. Or the TV is still running. A good practice is you lie in bed on your back and place attention into the body, the inner energy field of your body, so you feel the body. Many times written, spoken about it as an important practice, inner body awareness. What you're aware of is not the physical body, it's that which animates the physical body. And so it takes your attention away from thinking. It's a very easy, quick way of stopping your mind without exerting some willpower and saying, stop, stop, stop. That won't work anyway. but there's attention into your body, abdomen, hands, feet, feel them from within. We'll do some practice tomorrow perhaps, or you might do it with Kim also. Feel the light.
So he's saying if you take your attention from your thoughts down to the sensations of your body, then you basically won't be thinking and you'll be feeling the sensations of body. You don't have to touch anything because your soul is touching the body, so and your soul just resonates with a feeling anyway, is what he's saying.
Aliveness that pervades the physical body, and you feel, and from there you gradually go to sleep, and it's a beautiful, completely different way of entering sleep. And if you wake at night with certain thoughts, fearful thoughts, for many people as they waken at night, what's going to happen? Nothing. This is the present moment, and there's nothing happening. Yeah, but what's going when I get back home? It's my life is just it's all shambles. Oh my God, where am I going to? There's nothing. There is no crisis now. This is the present moment. The present moment, and as you're in bed, it's warm and comfortable. So go into the body. Take attention away from that, and you can feel. If you feel the inner body, there's no attention left for thinking, and it's usual. So whenever you have a sleepless night, you begin to be plagued by thoughts. Direct your energy first. You start with the abdomen, breathe into it, for example. It rises, and you feel that as you breathe in, follow the attention with your breath. And the abdomen rises and falls, and then you feel the energy spreading out from there. Or you can start with your hands.
It's a great technique. Obviously, he's a master in spirituality and enlightenment. He's been doing this for a long time. He's very happy, very young looking and healthy. So one of the things about him that I noticed from the other people that I've just watched recently, just in my recent videos, his energy draws you in, where other people's energy is more repelling. Again, there's no edits and there's no really cuts in this. So the tell all, there's moments of silence, there's breaths. It's not like fake. Everything's in this world's like fake, basically. At least the people who make videos, because they're always editing and cutting. But you can tell that he's just the way that you're drawn into the energy of him is just because you can tell that he's sitting in the seat of the soul.
Until you get a sense of global aliveness pervading the body. Beautiful. And when you wake up, just one last thing. When you wake up and these thoughts begin to tell you how critical your life is, and fear, and then you say, okay, I'm going to go into the body, and then the thought that will arise most likely is, no, I can't do it now. No, this is not the time. I can't. I cannot. No, I can't do it. I can't. Are you going to believe that thought or not? Because don't believe every thought that comes into your head. So, and if the thought is, I can't, yes, I can. Here, look, I'm doing it. So don't get persuaded by a thought that tells you, no, you can't do it now.
Alright, that's pretty much it for the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. pretty simple. Not much to necessarily discuss in this video. But it can always be broken down and talked about more. That's it. That's it. I will say a lot of people do editing and cuts because they can't think of what to say. So I don't know why. I've never had that problem unless I was like very chronically ill, very messed up, and most people aren't going to get there. But it seems like I don't know what's going on. Most people can't complete thoughts, and they have to like edit it and cut it, and it's just, yeah, that takes away from it too sometimes. So peace.